Hey, yo, welcome back, gang. It's your boy King Boss, and we are back at it again with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are on the road to 1,000, man. I appreciate y'all for all the love and support. Let's go ahead and jump into it. In today's video, we are going to go over the top 10 most underrated teams that you probably don't use. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you that you probably ain't paid them no attention. None of that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right. If you like this kind of content, like I said, just go ahead and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000. Hey, if everybody go ahead and subscribe, we'll probably way past 1,000. But let's go ahead and jump into our honorable mention team. We're going to go with Tennessee. Okay. The very first team that I'll do honorable mention for is Tennessee. And I'm only doing Tennessee because Tennessee is a powerhouse school. You know, they have James Pierce, who was a 95, 89 overall, stuff like that. But the main reason I say that is because Nico is a freshman quarterback, 86 overall, possibly, definitely top 20 quarterbacks in the whole game. You get what I'm saying? And to only be a freshman, you have 3 years with him. You get what I'm saying? So you can build a lot around him. You can do a whole lot. And then you have Jake Merklinger. Okay, he's a backup quarterback at 75. So let's say, you know, he does leave after his second year because he'll be a sophomore redshirt, which would technically be 3. He could still be there. You know, you could redshirt him, all that. You also have a young team overall because James Pierce is a junior at a 95, possibly one of the best players, top 10 on the game. You got Squirrel White, tongue twister, who's a junior. You know, you got a very young team. And then you have a running back who's an 85 overall. And then also the Tennessee pipeline is actually really good. So that's definitely a pipeline to get slept on. But that's honorable mention number 1. So for honorable mention number 2, we got Texas A&M. I'm only doing Texas A&M because Texas A&M is possibly a team out of the SEC that you might use, you might not use. You get what I'm saying? Because they're typically toward the bottom. Because they went 6-6 last year. So when you see that, you're like, I'm good. You get what I'm saying? But they have a very young team. They have a very young quarterback who was only a sophomore, Connor. They have a freshman running back who was an 85, a junior running back who's an 85, a junior running back who's an 84. You get what I'm saying? Like, they have young pieces all around this team. You get what I'm saying? So the talent is there, even on offense and defense. You get what I'm saying? But another reason I say that is because they're in the SEC. So it's going to help you recruit, even though you might not start the best team, but you'll get a whole lot of recruits just off of the fact that you are in Texas. And the Texas pipeline is crazy. Pause. Just going to throw that out there. The Texas pipeline has a lot of players out of it. I feel like a lot of the bigger cities like Georgia, Georgia, Texas, California, they have a good amount of like recruits that come out of that pipeline. Tennessee as well, North Carolina, South Carolina, you know, because you're in the South, so you get a lot of South recruits from like Alabama. You know, you're right there. Okay, so then that next team we're going to go to, and that was team number 2. So the next team that we're going to do is Oklahoma. And I'm doing Oklahoma because you got Jackson Arnold, who is an 85. You have a young running back, 2 young running backs, okay? And then you have these young wide receivers. So you could do a lot with this team, man. Like, this team is actually very, very young. They're also, you know, one of those teams that will help you win the first year, and you know, you might win a little bit sooner if you don't have the, you know, the patience to wait. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is a good team overall because they're well positioned to, you know, be in the SEC. You get the SEC challenge for it being their first year, but you also have a lot of good young pieces, O-line, D-line, wide receivers, stuff like that. But you also get to tap into that Texas pipeline and the Oklahoma pipeline. So you get a lot of the Midwest talent, and you can, like I said, they got some pretty cool jerseys as well. All right, so that was the honorable mentions. Let's go ahead and jump into our teams that we are going to pick. So the first one I would say, and this is in no particular order, okay? So let me know what you think about it. What team did I miss? What team are you going to run with? Let's start there. I'm going to say South Carolina, because you have Lenore Sellers, who's a freshman quarterback, okay? He has 88 speed. He's a 78 overall. Then you come here, you definitely gonna have to get you some running backs, but with the quarterback with an 88 speed, do you really need anybody? You got Jared Brown, and then you have Nick Harbor, man. They told us about Nick Harbor, but man, seeing Nick Harbor in the game, it's crazy. He's an 82 overall. He's a sophomore, 99 overall speed. You don't even have to recruit. Get a good recruit. You get what I'm saying? He has a 99 overall speed already. Like, the team is young all around. Just think about it. He's a 6'5" deep threat. A 6'5" deep threat. Like, they got some decent tight ends, but they have a young O-line. And then you also going to get that good South Carolina, North Carolina, pipeline, which, you can also get a lot of recruits out of. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the defense is a little shaky. Dylan Stewart, I've done like 9 franchises by now, the dynasties by now. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Dylan Stewart in a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, but if you can come to this school and just switch him to left end, let him start or something like that, you could possibly have you a good team. It's definitely gonna be the defense. You definitely gonna need to recruit very heavy on defense. But nonetheless, 99 overall speed at 6'5", you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. So then for our second school, we're gonna go with Liberty. Okay. Now I'm gonna show y'all this. And I'm doing it this way because I want y'all to see it as it unfolds. Liberty has a 90 overall junior quarterback. Name your best school and tell me what year their quarterback is. It'll probably be senior. You get what I'm saying? He's a 90 overall as a junior. They have a 90 overall, running back who's probably to leave this year, after this year, but for the first year, I feel like you can get a lot of wins out of this year for the first year for, recruits for later on. Because, the more you win, the more you build up that program, the more you have transfers, the more you have recruits. And let's not forget, bro, the quarterback is your best player, and he has an 87 speed. And he's an improviser. So he's not even a scrambler quarterback. So he's built to throw. You get what I'm saying? They also have some young wide receivers, junior, and they're very fast. All their wide receivers are 90. You get what I'm saying? The O-line does need to be built, though. The O-line is definitely cheekish. It's definitely cheekish, okay? Booty cheekish, okay? The O-line needs a ton of work. But they do have a good D-line. TJ Bush, who's a sophomore, he's an 81 overall. You got CJ, he's a junior, 82 overall. You get what I'm saying? You got some positions, but you're going to be scoring a whole lot. So let's not even worry about the defense. All right, look. It's going to be 55 to 54. You feel me? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Then let's go to our very next team. And a lot of y'all are sleeping on this team. And I'm only bringing it up because I got to bring it up, man. ODU is a good team. You got Jason Henderson, who is going to anchor that defense the whole time. But you have a 78 overall quarterback who we're going to definitely make him transfer. You feel me? We're going to try to look for a young quarterback who will fit our scheme. But Look at him. Devin Roche, a 78 overall running back as a freshman. You get what I'm saying? A freshman running back. The best freshman running back you might get this year at a school like this will probably be a 3-star. And he'll probably be a 72 overall. So you can't beat having a 78 overall running back your first year. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be a run heavy team. But they also do have some young wide receivers who are, the wide receivers need a lot of help, okay? But with a team like this, you're going to be throwing the ball. I mean, you're going to be running the ball. You get what I'm saying? Like, the O-line definitely needs a whole lot of help, so you definitely going to need to spread them out. The O-line and D-line need help, yeah. So it's going to be a whole lot of spread offense, okay? But the linebackers are decent. But that's your stud right there, Jason Henderson. Jason Henderson is going to lead you to some new recruits. And he's going to help you out, get some better players. They also have a young secondary. I would say, you can move some of these free safeties and all them around, put them in some linebacker positions. That way, you can maximize what you got, because all these safeties is crazy, dog, like crazy. But that's just me. All right, so then on to the next team we are going to go to Arizona. Like I said, man, if you're liking this content, hit that subscribe, yeah, bye. But let's start here. 94 overall wide receiver. Y'all know I'm not saying that name. Last name McMillan, okay? I know how to say that. He's a 94 overall as a junior. A 92 overall cornerback. A 90 overall junior right tackle. A 89 quarterback. And he's only a sophomore. Think about that. Your best 4 players aren't even seniors. You get what I'm saying? And then your best 3 of your 4 players are on the offensive side. And let's not even talk about, you're going to have to get another running back. But nonetheless, and then your 5th best person is a linebacker. So you got quarterback, right tackle, wide receiver. That's your 3 pillar positions. Tackle, blah, blah, blah. Then you got linebacker and cornerback. Those are your main positions on defense, your anchor positions. And then, you gotta, you gonna have to put a little work in. But the best part about this team is they're already built to be there for a little bit. You get what I'm saying? And you ain't got to do but so much. You're going to definitely have to plug in some holes and, help get some talent in there. But to me, I feel like Arizona is definitely a sleeper, but it's also one of them teams that you can actually win now and actually have a good first year to bring in some more recruits. And also, so that way you don't have to, I don't want to say, I'm going to say it. You ain't got to get it out of the mud with Arizona, okay? People already know what Arizona is. Arizona ain't hard to find. People going to find Arizona. They're going to be looking for you to transfer portal and as recruits. So you're going to have that California pipeline, and that's perfect. So our very next team is Texas State. And I'm choosing Texas State because Texas State is in the 1-star rank, but it's definitely good for instant success for a 1-star in the first year. And I'm going to tell you why. You have a junior running back who was an 89 overall, a senior running back who was an 86. The quarterback is a senior. He's an 85 overall. Mind you, this is Texas State. So they're going to see your quarterback play really good and then say, hey, I could go to that school. And then, like I said, you're in Texas. Clearly, they got players from California and stuff. So they probably got pipelines over there. 84 overall wide receiver. They got good positions, bro. They got good positions and good tight ends. You feel me? Like the line ain't bad, but the line it's going, like I said, it is a quick first year rebuild. The O-line needs a lot of help. They do have, young defensive ends. You got Devin Wright. But this team is full of seniors. So you can definitely use this team to get you a lot of recruits, and not even get you a lot of recruits. You can get a lot of success out of this school the first year and possibly transfer to a bigger school just to see who might want you. You ever thought about that? I'm just saying, it's a lot you could do with Texas State. But on to our next school. We are going to go to Boise, okay? Before y'all say, Boise is a powerhouse. Boise is not a powerhouse. Boise is a 3-star school, and they're still in the Mountain West Conference, okay? So you can always switch Boise around, or you can keep them in the Midwest, or whatever you want. But Boise is, it's good. They have a 91 overall running back who's a junior. A senior lineman, left end. 84 overall. But let me show you why. Malachi, he's a freshman, dog. 86 speed. 86 speed. You got a sophomore backup, so if he get hurt or something. But you also have a 79 overall sophomore running back who has 94 speed. The wide receivers need help, but that's your saving grace right there. Prince. He's a sophomore. He's 6'5", 212. Look at him, 90 speed. 90 speed? Can you be 90 speed? They got talent on the team. Their O-line is actually really good. You know what I'm saying? Their O-line is built for, years, at least a year to come. At least even 2. Defense needs defense definitely needs a little help, because it's more of a, their defense is senior led. So you're going to have to rebuild that defense, something serious. What is Boise? If you keep them in the Mountain West for the first year, and then you want to move them to next year, you got Tom. You like I said, move some of these safeties around, man. Make them some linebackers or something. I feel like, to me, Boise is a good name, and recruits know about Boise State. You get what I'm saying? It's not like people have never heard of Boise State, so you could use that to your advantage. And let's keep it a buck. Don't you want to play on that bluegrass? Except bluegrass is amazing, okay? That bluegrass is A1. For our next school, we're going to go to Kansas State. As you can see, the first player on here is DJ Giddens. He's a junior running back, 88 overall. You have a sophomore quarterback, Avery Johnson, who is a sophomore. 85 overall, 88 speed. Yeah, backup is a 75. And then you also have a good backup running back, and he has a 95 speed. So you can dual running back that thing. Now, the wide receivers is decent, but they definitely, it's potential there, but they got good tight ends. Well, at least they have a good tight end. The O-line is never going to be the biggest sore spot, because they are seniors, and it's a big drop off. You know what I'm saying? 84 to 69, it's crazy. 79 to 74, which ain't bad. Don't get me wrong. But, where you at? Okay, 82 to 72, it's crazy. They have a young D-line. Jordan Allen is a freshman. He's a 75, so he's basically better than your senior. You get what I'm saying? You got Brendan, and then you got Toby. Toby is basically on his heels. You know what I'm saying? Toby will be ready next year. But I will give Toby some playing time this year. That way for next year, he has enough, I feel like overall the defense is good, but you'll definitely need some pieces to go with it. So that way, so that way you can be better. Because granted, you're going to want your offense to definitely score, put up basketball-like numbers, but you also are going to want a defense, man. You're going to need you a defense. you're going to need you somebody to, help something. You get what I'm saying? So let's go to our very next school. We got, tripping wrong way, my bad. We got Iowa State. And I'm picking Iowa State because you got Rocco, who's an 83 overall, as a sophomore. We got him a good backup at 77. So let's say Rocco doesn't want to stay first year. You got JJ. He right there. They have an 85 overall running back as well. He's a sophomore. Come on, guys. Come on. Their wide receivers are all upperclassmen, but they have an 87 and an 82, 78, 78, 70. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a big drop off, but you could get some pieces in there. You have an 82 overall tight end. You got stuff. The O-line, it's going to need some help. It's manageable for now for that first year, but for that second year, if you don't get no help, my boy, you're done. But Iowa got some big boys down there. So now the D-line definitely needs some time. But it's manageable. You get what I'm saying? Like Pete Buddy right here, he's a whole sophomore. These players are going to need some time to develop. They definitely going to need a little bit more cooking time. But I feel like by that second year, the defense can be something serious. You know what I'm saying? Like he's an 83 overall as a junior. 81 overall cornerback, bro. 81. The secondary is very young, but the secondary can get you somewhere. 86 as a junior, 75 as a sophomore, 87, 82, 76. But you can. Iowa State ain't bad. Like I said, you can always use Iowa State to possibly see if like somebody like Alabama or Miami or somebody, whoever your team might be, might offer you a position early. And we're going to go to an OP team that I think beat me in a whole lot of franchises. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. Tulane. Let me start here. Their best player on their team is a sophomore, 90 overall running back. And Buddy is tough. I'm not even going to sit here and fake. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Buddy is tough. You got a 78 overall junior quarterback who you probably gonna make him leave. If you gonna definitely look for a better option because you're gonna be in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? He got an 80 overall speed, so I'm pretty sure you can go in there and get you somebody. Definitely get you somebody at a transfer portal. They do have some young wide receivers. Like he's an 87 overall as a junior. You got sophomores, freshmen. You got a bevy of talent on this team, man. Like the O-line is just an O-line. O-line ain't bad, but the O-line is manageable. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole left side, you're good. They could just take a year and you could build them, but that right side, you are going to need help next year. Now the defense though, the defense, I can't say the same about the defense. Like I'm not gonna sit here and fake. The whole defense need a whole lot of love. Like their defense is not their specialty. Just gonna throw that out there. A lot of their defensive members are all seniors, so then you are going to be stuck if you don't recruit well. You get what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to immediately go in there and get straight recruiting. Okay, as they say, I be recruiting. Okay, because you're gonna need every resource defensively you can get, but you are in Louisiana. It's a lot of talent there. The Louisiana, Texas area is jumping, man. Like, don't sleep on that. And then we're going to get into the very last but not least team. We're going to go Texas Tech. And I'm only going to say this because Texas Tech is definitely one of them teams that you can win now, but you can also, they're a Texas team, but they're also Texas known. It's a lot of Texas teams that I picked on. It was no reason for that, but I just gave y'all the best teams with the best bright young spots. You get what I'm saying? They have an 81 overall junior quarterback, a 75 overall backup who's a freshman. You got Taj Brooks, who's a 92 overall. You got Cameron Valdez, who was an 80 overall as a junior. So right there, you have potential. They do have some senior wide receivers, but to me, their wide receiver core is young. Like, look at it: senior, junior, sophomore, freshman, a freshman. A freshman that came in at an 80 that picked Texas Tech is crazy, dog. Crazy. Like, these kids going to these schools now, and I'm like, oh, I wonder why. They do have good tight ends as well. Like, the tight ends are definitely going to help you out. The O-line needs to be adjusted some. Like, I'm not going to even sit here and lie to you, because it is potential where you can move the centers around. You can spread them out for possibly like this year and next year. But I'm a little nervous to show y'all this, but the D-line needs help. Like, the D-line need help. Like, help. Like, their best defensive lineman is 78. And then you got Buddy, but Buddy is leaving this year. Like, the linebackers aren't bad, you get what I'm saying? Like, you could possibly move some of the linebackers to defensive end, but yeah, it's kind of bad. It's definitely kind of bad. The cornerbacks, the secondary is not bad either. Definitely gonna need a little help with that. Definitely gonna need some assurance. You can, like I said, you can move some of them down. But as far as the secondary, they're young. You can manage that. Like, I feel like that's definitely an instant win now team as well. But you also have that Texas pipeline to build on. So you're not just gonna build. You're gonna build the offense, but you can also build a defense. And this team is based off offense anyway. They're a shootout team. They've never been a defensive team. You can make them a defensive team, and that could be one of your accolades that you pat yourself on the back and say, hey, I got one of the best defensive teams in the country at an offensive school. That's up to you, but it's all about what you like. These are the 10 teams that I thought could be the most underrated for you, and then you got 3 honorable mentions. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know. Let me know this video helped you. Let me know what team you're going to pick from this video. Let me know what team I might have missed. Now, there were some teams, I'm not going to lie, that I had thought about doing, but there wasn't enough players to make me want to put them on this list. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of teams had players who were leaving next year, and I didn't want to give y'all that because I wanted to, I want to help y'all build this thing up. Some people like the slow grind. Some people, want to go to the middle, and some people just want to go straight to the top. It's up to you. I ain't judging, because I got 4 franchises. I got mud, I got middle, and I got high. So, I mean, it's whatever flavor you like. Like I said, if you need help, I got videos giving help. Try a large franchise, try a bigger dynasty, for a big school. That way you can understand when you go to a small school, how the recruiting process works, stuff like that. I got all the tips on this channel, man. Like the video. Let me know what teams I missed. I love y'all. Y'all be great. Y'all be safe, man. Peace. I do all this for y'all, man. I love y'all. I really do.